kind of weird. Just gonna let you know. I'll show you some of the stuff we did last week, so we didn't have a chance to post a video. I was out of town most of this week. Beyond that, I'm busy doing towing and whatnot. Matter of fact, I just got done with an F-150, and unfortunately, Ray's truck went down. So, brought it to a buddy of ours. He's going to check it out. Hopefully, get it up and running this week, which would be nice. But anyway, as far as the engine goes, we got the heads on. Yay! Went to put the rockers on. Yes. They're worn beyond service. Can't use them. So, got a new set in earlier in the week. Some of them were used. Had to send them back. We finally got all of them in yesterday. Problem is, we can't put the rockers on because the little bag that we have on won't fit. Dust gets in the engine. That's a bad day. So what we're going to do is take steps to put the oil pan, oil pump, pickup, valve covers, intake, and valley pan gasket on all at once to seal it. Well, the cover's off one last time. That's the general game plan. That'll probably be next week. This week here, what I've been trying to do all week, so to speak, is work on this thing. Ready to get the tank in. Kind of needs to be hard mounted. I actually have to pull it out, cut a little piece. I gotta trim it up a little bit for size, and then I can plop it in permanently, drill some holes, bolt it in. Yay. Got some fuel lines run, rough run. I'm gonna connect those up to a filter down underneath. Hopefully, I think I have the fittings. If I don't, I'll order them. I'm working on that, getting the rest of the front of the cage hooked up, and I'm gonna use the wrecker to essentially move it around to line up the bolt holes, just because, well, the front half of the cage was off, getting finished, welded, ground, whatever. It did move a little bit, so 12th on there will make it move where I want it. I already did the front two. I gotta do the side ones. Cool. So I'm just gonna get on that and just start getting this cage bolted down. This is what I'm talking about. Kind of hard to see, but this needs to come out this way a bit. We have that. So I'll put a strap around that, pull it this way, the same on the other side. These two here already did. Normally for this kind of goofiness, I'd use my 26,000 pound straps. Yes, 26,000 pound, but I want to use these instead. Those are basically fork tie down straps, or wheel lift straps, whatever you want to call them. These I think are 7,300 a piece. Yep. Get good view. 7,300 pounds a piece in basket. So that's how we're going to run it. The only reason is there's very little gap in here. I need to pull from the bottom. Yeah, this is right around here. I'm going to make that happen right fast. You don't want it on the ratchet itself. It's not a good day. So, on fire up the truck. Alright, truck hooked up, strap. You see, it's not that far off. Maybe. It's not that far off. Just a quick tug. Give you a wide range view here. Small increments, that's the trick. You don't want to move fast with this. Alright, so that's all for front mounts. Check mark smiley face. I know I gotta trim that. Don't get me started. Next, we're doing those there. Alright, I'm up top now. These cage connectors that Ray machined. Obviously they're all welded in and whatnot. We're gonna throw final bolts in them. I say final because the ones that are in them now were in them when we welded them. So of course they absorbed a lot of heat. They probably lost their heat treat. Let's not have a cage break apart here. Like here. So step one, just gonna run a tap through it right quick. Yeah. Another thing, these two halves have been separated. They haven't had bolts in them, so a little bit of rust built up. I'm gonna chase them. Also, anti-seize. The reason I'm not doing Loctite is because if I ever take them apart, the bolts come out. Keep in mind they're Allen head and the countersunk. Yeah, that's it. I want them to come out when they need to. So what I'm basically gonna do is one at a time. I'll do this one, pull it out, anti-seize it, stick a brand new bolt in it, send it, and then I'll do the one next to it, and then we'll come up from the bottom. So it's enough of me yammering. Let me go ahead and get this done. They're snug. Now go to the other side. Alright, top the cage done. Yay. Even some of these holes that the bolts come right out of, they still had an ungodly amount of rust in them, so I'm glad I went through and chased them. And you can see. So, plus some anti-seize on there. Should be good to go, I hope. Maybe. Alright, now that the cage is attached, well, front half. Actually, it's all attached now. That's the side account. You see my headrest here. This lovely 4407. It's going to go up there somewhere. To the extension housing. Why? We just shot here because those fuel lines that I rough ran, I think are going to go up. There's going to be a filter in here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where yet, but the reason the transfer case needs to go in, it's actually a couple of reasons. Come to think of it. One, I need to know where I can route my fuel lines. Then I'm not going to be anywhere near the exhaust. And number B is, I think what I'm going to do is run them up the top of the transmission. The input, the feed and return for the throttle body is on the back of the engine. So as opposed to running them up into the engine bay, I might run them this way and up top of the trans, right into the back of it. So far that's my plan. I don't know if that's 100% what I'm going to do because my headrest is not installed yet. So, now I gotta try to manhandle this thing in position. This thing is not light. If I'm not mistaken, it's close to 110 pounds. Anyone's ever thrown a transfer case in by themselves before, even a little 241, which, respectable unit, but it's not that heavy, believe you me. It's a nightmare to get it all lined up and clink onto the little dowel up here and then get a bolt started and run in a good 10 threads or so it doesn't fall back on your face. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Say I'm not looking forward to this. But it's going to get done. So, in the name of progress, I think I'm just going to try to make this happen. Ever heard the term elephant on your chest? This is it. Ugh. Of course, I can't find the bloody freaking dowel. There it is. That's one bolt, pretty much all the way down. Huh. Thing's heavier than it looks, trust me. This is probably going to be it for the night, because I think I'm going to go eat some ibuprofen for dinner after this, and recalculate my life choices. After that, I'll come back out here tomorrow and probably run a good bit of the fuel system. Now that that's done, a few things come to light, you know, room-wise. Exhaust, for one. That's a big one for me because there's a lot of heat coming out of that. Alright, so the blue ovals, you got our front output yoke right here, sorry it's a little hard to see. And my St. Bernard is being talkative. He's right down there, the dry front yoke, cool. I'm already notched out for all that, not a big deal. Exhaust, right here in this black hole. So I got two options. I can either bring it in front of the cross member, cut across to this side, and run them both down this way. Or I think I might be able to slink it through right here, just in front of the T-case, and then bring it over. Hey, Freckles. Oh, I have a visitor. Hey, pup. What you doing? Hey. Come here and say hi, little Freckles. Yes, you are. Yeah, she's a silly pooch. She's a little round thing. She's cool, though. So I don't know what route I want to go with that yet. It's got to come over to the passenger side somehow, though. I don't have enough room to put mufflers or anything on the driver's side, not to mention, if I just do weed burners, this thing's going to be ungodly loud. So yes, we have options, kind of, sort of. The other thing is, too, I want to keep in mind, is I don't want the fuel lines anywhere near the drive shaft. Should this thing sprung and let go, I don't want to come whacking into a fuel line. Now you have two problems. One, you can't move, and two, you're on fire. That was kind of a big concern of mine, because fire ain't no joke. That's for sure. Once again, we're around 110 in this thing. I have got to figure that out. My brain's already starting to hurt, so anyone got any ideas, leave them in the comments. The other option I had was putting it a little further back, but I don't like that too much. But I'll show you the filter and whatnot we're going to be running. Let me run and grab it right quick. Alright, so here's our fuel filter. I think that's, I can't remember, it's 1/4 or 3/8 MPT. I'll have to reread the damn thing, but yep. Basically mount that up. You can unscrew it. Okay, so why to go with 2,000 PSI? We're only running, I think, 90 out of the pumps. Well, it's a bit overkill. I get it. But it's the only one I could find that was rude. Canister style, rated for that much pressure. So, whatever, it's $100. Now I just got to figure out where on the frame I want to put this crazy thing. So my two options, as far as I'm concerned, are somewhere over here, which is behind the yoke of the T-case, or over here, which is not behind the yoke of the T-case. I don't know yet. I'm kind of liking it up here, where it'd be protected by a skid plate. Somewhere in that general neighborhood. Not below the frame, maybe up a little higher, I don't know. Matter of fact, up there somewhere. Kind of what I'm thinking. Because as of right now, I think it's time to go get calories. I call it night because it is getting dark, as you can tell. So I'll probably be back out here tomorrow goofing off. So it's Monday. Been a rough couple weeks. Did get some work done to this yesterday, a little bit. Got some done tonight. I'm just going to end this video here. We'll start fresh tomorrow. I was able to get steel lines ran, at least down by the transfer case. I got that monster in there. So I don't know how I didn't break my back doing it, but I did. Yeah, got the fuel tank wired up, the pumps are wired, the sending unit's wired. I already checked all that. Sweet. But if you would excuse me for a second, it's a little dark out here. Much brighter, or better, or something like that. Either way, working, finally finishing up the electrical system as far as, the lights go. So, I'll end this video on a bright note, so to speak. I'll show you around all the lights we put on this thing. also got the sniper system routed up, mounted. These here are for 2 additional gauges, trans temp, power steering. That's for the light. Yep. Those are all our light controls up there. And Mr. Bones, a truck duck. Just to give you an idea, it's about 40 feet away, maybe a little more. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. Ray's been, working in the flatbed doing stuff. We've been doing a lot of parts gathering for another project. Hopefully here shortly we get started on it, but that's what I've been up to. Working on this, trying to get her going. I want this thing to fire off pretty soon. So I'm gonna keep digging at it. New subscribers, appreciate it, really do. You guys have been with us for a while, appreciate you guys as well. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell, give it a ring. I'm gonna go find some calories. We'll see you guys next time.